Everybody, so this is a quick video on how you can do a extract by mask for this particular project. This is assignment 10 where we're supposed to create raster maps for Pittsburgh Almona development area. And so to get started, what I'm going to do is just simply open up a blank map on a template and I'll click OK. And I'm not going to go into any type of geodatabase that already exists. I'm just going to pull all the data in and create my own geodatabase. And so here is insert. Let me go to map, and from map, I'm going to come here and just add some data. And so the data I'm looking for is here. This is assignment 10, and here's the assignment 10-1 geodatabase. So I'm going to open that up. Let me drag this over so you can see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to add all the layers to my project. And so just take a second to add up all the layers into the project. And once I have the layers in the project, you see that this is the complete study area. So let me make this a little bit bigger. And now what I'm going to do is come down here. I can save this into a new geodatabase, but I'm just going to leave it as is for the moment. And what I'm going to do now is just create a study region. So in the first part, it says create a study area feature class called Almona neighborhoods consisting of the Glen Hazel, Greenfield, Hazelwood, and Squirrel Hill South neighborhoods. And you're supposed to retain all the neighborhood boundaries for these 4 neighborhoods. And so what I'm going to simply do is click select. And actually, before I do that, if I open up the attribute table for neighborhoods, you'll see that the hood is the name of the hood or the neighborhood. And so again, what I need to do is select those 4 neighborhoods that I'm being asked to select. So let me clear this, and I've got my neighborhoods here highlighted. I'm going to click select. I don't want to select. I'm going to click select by attributes. It's going to be easier that way. And my input rows are for my neighborhoods layer. I'm going to have a new selection. That's my new selection. Because with selection type, you can add to a current selection. You can select a subset from a current selection. We're just doing a very new selection. And I'm going to click new expression. And here I want hood is equal to, and the first one is Glen Hazel. So I want to equal to Glen Hazel. So that's it. But that's not the only expression. I'm not just looking for the 1 neighborhood. I'm looking for the 4. So I'm going to add clause. And I'm going to have or. So hood is equal to Glen Hazel, or hood is equal to Greenfield, which is right here. I'm going to add clause, or hood is equal to Hazelwood. So we want that one. And then finally we add clause, or hood is equal to Squirrel Hill South. So that's our last one. And Squirrel Hill South. Okay, and then we'll just say okay. And now we've selected our 4 neighborhoods, and you can see that it's been selected here. You can tell that this has been a highlighted area. And what I want to do now is pull that selection out and just create a new layer from that selection. So I right click on neighborhoods. I come down to selection. And now I'm going to select, make layer from selected features. So here it is. And now I'm going to call this Almona neighborhoods. All right, so now we've got our Almona neighborhoods, and I can turn neighborhoods off because I don't want all of them. I just want the Almona neighborhoods. And I'm actually going to turn the area blocks off as well so you can see it better. So now you can see we've selected these 4 neighborhoods, and I'm going to change it says right here to have the selection with hollow fill. So let me do that really quickly. I'm just going to click on the symbol for Almona neighborhoods, and I'll select the first one, black outline, which is a hollow fill. That's good enough. I'm going to get rid of this. It also says to zoom into extent in this area, and it gives you a hint on how you can do a custom full extent. I'm not going to bother with that at the moment, and rather I'm just going to simply zoom in to the neighborhood and just save myself some time. So there we go. I've zoomed into the neighborhood. And again, here's our 4 neighborhoods. What we need to do now is just extract this information out, because when we do a hill shade and then elevation contours and the population density surface, all we want to do is focus upon these 4 neighborhoods, which means I need to do an extract by mask to get rid of all this other stuff and just concentrate on the neighborhoods. So that's the first thing I need to do now to really explore creating a hill shade. Let's just do an extract by mask. So right here it says create Almano Ned extracted from Hazel Ned. So this is the Hazel Ned layer. So again, we want to extract this part of the Hazel Ned layer into our study area because we don't want to deal with all this other stuff here. It's just going to take memory and space. It's going to confuse the map, so we don't want to deal with it. So we're going to extract this mask for this layer. It says with the extent Almano neighborhoods. So like I said, we want to extract this particular area. All right, so what we want to do first is go to analysis, and we'll click on our tools. And then from tools, we want the extract by mask tool. And so it's going to be the first tool that pops up, and here it is. Our input raster is going to be Hazel Ned. Our feature mask is going to be the Almano neighborhoods because it's those 4 neighborhoods that we want to feature. And what we need to do before we actually continue, we can't click run now. We want to go to environments first. And so we click on environments, and we want to set our output coordinate system. And according to the instructions, our output coordinate system should be state plane NAD 1983 US feet projection for Pennsylvania South as our output coordinate system. So that's what I'm going to do. Now you'll notice when you come here, oops, let's open this up again. When you come here, you click on this down arrow. What I just said, state plane 1983, isn't part of this list. So what you have to do instead is click this little select coordinate system icon. So I'm going to click on that one. And now I'm looking at the projected coordinate system. So let me open this one up by clicking on that arrow. And here's my state plane, because that's what I'm after. I'm going to click open that one. And now I'm looking for NAD 1983 in US feet. That's not this one. This is 2011. We don't want 2011. So we want NAD 1983 US feet, period. So I'm just going to go down the list, and here it is. And I'll click on this arrow, and it opens up. And now what I'm looking for is Pennsylvania South. That's what it says right here in the instructions. So let me scroll down to state plane Pennsylvania South. Got to go down the list. It's in alphabetical order. All right, getting close. I'm on the ends. Now the O's. And here's Pennsylvania South. So this is the one that I want. So I'll click on it. And now OK. All right, so everything is set in the environments. That's all I needed to do. Let me scroll down here to make sure that we've got the correct mask layer, which is Almano neighborhoods as the mask. So we've got under extract by mask, environments, mask. Let's go to that one, and here it is. So let's be sure that we're clicking Almano neighborhoods here as well. Okay, so we should be good. I'm going to go back to parameters. We're looking good here. The output raster says extract haze 1. It tells us to give it a different name, but honestly, the name isn't particularly important. So I'm just going to leave it as is, as the default name. And now I'm going to click run. It's going to take not particularly long. There's not a whole bunch of data in this data set. So this will take a handful of seconds, maybe a minute at the most. There we go. Okay, so it's done. It says it was successful. It was completed. Let's get rid of the success window. We're going to get rid of the geoprocessing pane. You'll notice here that nothing appears to have changed, but it actually has. We've got the extract haze 1 layer here. Let's get rid of the hazel Ned. And voila, we've done our extract by mask. So now we've got our mask. The only data set we're looking at now is this one, which is, of course, the 4 neighborhoods. So now we can create a hillshade and only concentrate on this particular area. You can create elevation contours and only concentrate on this area. And when you're doing population density surface, once again, you're just concentrating on this area. Okay, so that's it. That's how you do the extract by mask. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me an email, drop a question in the discussion board, and I'll be happy to get to it as soon as I can. All right, take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.